Hi, my name is Janelle Petrosino, and I'm here today to help you get your profile set up for success. So as we talked about previously, our profile is our storefront. So we want to make sure when somebody comes to our profile on social media, whatever platform you're using, that it's very clear and concise, and they know exactly what they're going to find there. There are a couple of things as a rule of thumb that are vital when it comes to having your profile set up correctly. And I'm going to walk you through each and every one of those steps today. So make sure that you have the worksheet if you need it. Otherwise, a pen and paper in case you want to go ahead and write down some notes. Then you're also going to want to have your cell phone on hand. If possible, I'd watch this. If you're already on your cell phone, actually, that's not going to be a problem for you, but a lot of what we do in our business is right on our phone, but I am going to demonstrate some of these steps right on the desktop as well. So it doesn't matter whichever phone or computer, whatever form of technology you're using, we'll be able to walk you through the steps. So first and foremost, what you're going to learn here today is a little bit about what your profile is supposed to look like. What is it supposed to contain, and how to go about setting it up. So we're going to talk about things like your profile picture, your username and handle, your bio, which is going to be really, really helpful when it comes to putting content out and directing your future customers, followers, friends, to where they can get set up correctly for joining us. And then also we're going to talk about the way that you can actually link some of your accounts together, which will save you time to work smarter, not harder. So first and foremost, let's talk about your profile picture. So when somebody comes to your page, you want to make sure that the picture is clear and concise. And what I mean by that is that it's nice lighting, it's bright, you can tell that it's you. You don't want it to be like half of your face. You definitely don't want it to be your cat. Love cats, love dogs, but when it comes to running a business, they definitely don't belong on your profile photo. What I personally recommend for this specifically is just a picture of you. I love family photos and whatnot, but it definitely serves a purpose and creates a statement when somebody goes to your profile and they see that it's you. And it's like, oh, great. Like I'm going to get to know this person really well. So a couple of recommendations for taking this photo would be to make sure that you're using either a ring light or you're in front of a window. If I was taking a photo, I would definitely want the window to be behind my phone. And then you could use different editing apps, which we'll talk to you about in a different part of your training here. But basically, just to make sure that it's bright and inviting. We want people to know that when they come here, they're going to be seeing content from you and they want to know who you are. So it's also really recommended to have the same photo across all of your platforms. That way, if somebody is watching you on TikTok, that it's very clear which profile is yours when they go over to Instagram. And we're going to actually talk, like I said, at the end about how you can link them together. But say, for example, if somebody didn't know how to utilize that ability to do that, then they would be able to just search you and say, oh, there's that picture again. For those of you that are not currently following me, I will show you an example of my photo. Let me just share my screen here. I love this app that I used to do this. Actually, there's plenty of different apps that you could do this, but here's my TikTok profile. And if you could see here, it's just a color background and it's me. So anytime somebody goes to any of my profiles, they're going to see that photo so that they know, oh, yep, that's her. Okay. So, and just so you know, I'm going to reference my notes a little bit just to keep myself on track because I can go off on a tangent. I'm really excited about this. Social media has changed my life and I have built 7.5 years in the industry on social media. So it works a little. So take everything that you learn here and apply it and run with it because it's just going to help you so much. So anyway, I'm going to have you go ahead and pause this video right now, and you're going to go change your profile picture because knowledge is definitely powerful, but applied knowledge is power. So we want to make sure that we are actually taking action and doing what we need to do here. So pause this and go right ahead and change your profile pic. And honestly, hang on one second, actually. If you've never done this before, let me just walk you through it. So if you were to be on Facebook, for example, you could click here and update profile photo. And then usually it gives you the option to choose from any maybe selected photos that you've already posted. If not, you can click upload photo and pull right from your photo library. It doesn't matter if you're on your phone or if you're on your computer, the process is going to be the same. So pause now, get it done. And when you come back, we'll be here waiting for you. Okay, welcome back. Assuming that you got it done, great job. Now we're gonna move on to our username and our handle. So the word is used interchangeably. Your username is basically when somebody searches you, what's gonna come up. In all honesty, when I was younger, my AOL Instant Messenger name was Little Princess 8490. Not quite sure why, but that was what it was. And it didn't have my name or my initials anywhere involved. So it made it very difficult for anybody to ever search me or friend me or whatnot. So I'm gonna just this is a really quick step that you're gonna also do right now once I go through it with you. So basically, you want it to be clear and concise. That's what we're always going to remember today. Clear and concise. Like we don't want to leave anyone guessing. We want everyone to know who you are and what you do. So basically, I wrote here, it's not recommended. Cat Lover 1234 or Fit Guy 1000, like all of those names are fun, but not when it comes to running a business. So for example, some yeses would be like your name. If your name's already taken, like adding an underscore or a couple of underscores. So I'll go ahead and share my screen here to give you an example. Obviously on Facebook, mine is Janelle Petrosino. Same on TikTok, but I'm going to use Miss Nicole Bascapay as an example for a couple of things here. So her Instagram right here is Nicole_Bascapay. That's a really popular way to have your name on Instagram. This is my profile here, Janelle_Petrosino. So if somebody were to search Janelle Petrosino, I would pop up because my name's there. So this is my profile. And yeah, so that is basically it. So when it comes to doing this, all you have to do is whether you're on your phone or your computer, let's just use Instagram for an example. You just go to edit profile and it says name. So obviously under name, you always want it to be your name. It's not necessary to put your middle name, but some people like to put their middle initial. I did here just to make it even more specific to me. However, my spelling, there's not a lot of people with the same name, I don't think. But still, nonetheless, that's what I decided to go with. And then the username would be what the actual username is. So they could be the same, but a lot of times they force you to pick a different username because this name is not available or doesn't meet the standards or whatever. So this is where you're going to actually just put the username. And then when you're done, you'll submit it. Oh, well, I don't even need to because I didn't change anything, and it'll appear right here. So when somebody looks here, they'll see that that's my username, but my actual name is Janelle Petrosino. And that's the way that they make it so that people that have the same name are able to have their own individual profiles. If there were 15 Mike Williams out there and they were all allowed to have that handle, it would be really difficult to figure out who was who. So that's why we do that. Yeah, so that same editing step-by-step that we just did for Instagram is very similar for TikTok as well as Facebook. So you would just go in there and you would edit and do it the exact same way. So pause here and go ahead and make sure that across the board, your platform handle is very clear and concise, with the understanding that obviously on Facebook, it might be Janelle Petrosino, but on Instagram, it might be Janelle_ or Janelle_N_Petrosino. As much as we want to try to keep it uniform across profiles, it's not possible in some cases. So the best that you can to make it the same as, as familiar or as similar as your name. Okay, go for it. And we'll be here when you are done and you come back. Okay, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here if I haven't told you that already. Let's go ahead and start talking about the bio. Your bio is so incredibly important. Basically it's the second thing that your followers are going to notice or look at second to your photo. So they're going to look at your photo, they're going to see your energy right from the start. And then they're going to want to know a little bit more about what you're about, right? So again, these words are very repetitive because this is a very basic, simple principle. You just want to keep it clear and concise. My favorite way to put it, so that they can see exactly what they're getting into when they visit your profile. So simple is best. That is my best recommendation. Of course, there's only a limited amount of words that you're able to use on your bio. Otherwise, people would probably have paragraphs and nobody would read them. So the intention is for it to just be like a basic way for somebody to just get a little glimpse into not only who you are, but what they can look to your page for. Because this is so important, you guys, because as much as it's great to have a lot of followers, what's more great and more important is to have a lot of the right followers. So you would love to attract the right people in your niche to your page. So it's important that when people are searching on social media, if they're looking for somebody, for example, that shares a lot about gluten-free, you want people to know that you do that here. You want them to stay, right? So I just use that as an example because that's something that I do a lot on TikTok specifically. I love sharing facts of my gluten-free life. So for example, it's recommended that your bio is in a list form. This has changed and evolved throughout time. One thing I will say is that what you learn here today is what's working right now. But that's not to say a couple of months from now, you might have to go back in and do some Googling and YouTubing and figuring out what the in thing or what the trending thing is going on currently at that time on social media, because things change. Like there were times where it was recommended to have a sentence. I actually recently had a sentence in my profile, but that's just not what they're looking for right now. So with that being said, a list of just like little quick, a glimpse into who you are. So for example, I'm going to use Miss Nicole Bascopay as an example. Those of you that I'm sure all of you know her. She is a social media expert. And if she's doing it, then I would listen because she knows what she's talking about. So if you look here, you see that it's just literally a couple of really simple, just glimpse into what she's going to share here. So she's a freedom fighter. She's an online business coach. She's done 30 million in sales, and she's an Enneagram 8. So those are all things that she's really looking to attract when she has a new follower. Somebody that comes to her page knows that she's going to be talking about her love for her country, that she's going to provide value when it comes to business, that she's helped a lot of people. So that helps to build a little bit of trust and value. And then, the Enneagram 8 is her personality type. If you don't know your Enneagram, I definitely recommend it. I mean, you don't have to post it here, but it's always good to know like what personality type you are so that you can kind of start to recognize a little bit more of what other people's personality types are. But I love that she put that there because I know that a lot of other Enneagram 8s would be really eager and excited to go ahead and follow along with her. So that's just an idea. But when people come to this profile, they know exactly what they're going to get. And when you scroll down, you get exactly what she put in her bio. Like she talks a lot about the business opportunity in her reels. And she also is always sharing more about who she is as an Enneagram 8, whether it be in her reels or her stories, and the same with the freedom fighting. Like she just always shares really great tips about, how she feels about her country. And I love that. So that's just a quick example. Let's go ahead and look at Miss Julia Thornhills as well. She is also a expert when it comes to this. And she did a very similar listing. It was just the long way, right? So Miss Nicole Bascopay we're all on top of each other, and Miss Thornhills are all next to each other. It doesn't matter, the format is totally up to you. But as you can see, she's a mompreneur. She loves to share tips in faith and has fun working from her phone. She's done over 50 million in sales. A DM video to learn more. We're going to come to that in a minute. The action step, call to action. And then you see here that she has the butterfly campaign and her link. So I wrote here on my notes, and you'll see it on your written form, that Miss Haley Cotter she's an expert as well when it comes to social media. You guys, we're so lucky to work alongside these women and men that just are really familiar with social media and have all this value to provide for us. But Ms. Haley Cotter is going to talk a little bit more specifically about the link and why it's important to have a link in your bio. But I'm going to go ahead and stop my share for a moment and just share the purpose of a call to action. So you saw on Miss Nicole Bascapay, it said start here, and then something very similar on Miss Julia Thornhill's right before her link. That is called a call to action. So what I wrote here is it's basically a way to invite your followers to do something, to take action. And in this case, we want them to click on our link. So though I'm not going over the link and how to set it up, that will come in a later training. I am going to say that you want to start thinking about what your call to action is going to be. A very common one is just start here, or if you saw in Miss Thornhill's, it says DM video to see more, like she's calling somebody to reach out to her and say a specific word to notify her that they're looking for specific information. And that's really great, because if you are putting out all this great content, but you don't put a call to action, people won't know to look there. They also won't know that you're actually, that you have something to provide them other than really great content. And we do here in Kyani. So with that being said, start here, click here, DM a certain word, start thinking about that. But what we're going to do now is we are just going to run through really quickly how to change your bio. And then let me see here. I think I'm going to do TikTok, because I haven't really done, actually, I take that back. I'm going to do Instagram. Let me get back to my Instagram. So Janelle Petrosino. Okay. So it's my profile. So basically edit profile. And then it's the same place where we edited, the name, the username and handle. And you'll see here that you can literally just scroll down, and here's where my bio is. Now, let me tell you what, if you try to do this from your phone or your computer and it just doesn't let you put exactly what you want, one of my recommendations is to do it in your notepad and then copy it and paste it. Because in the past, I've had issues where it wouldn't let me edit right in the bio, but I'm hoping that has changed because I actually honestly haven't tried it, to be completely honest. So what I'm just basically saying is you can type right in here, but if it doesn't save, then just do it in your notepad, copy and paste everything, paste it, and then press submit. But basically, here's mine: podcast host, personal trainer, the real. I love keeping it real and just sharing vulnerable and transparent moments of motherhood. I have autoimmune disease. I'm all about the freedom, and I love running. And then I also, like I said here, I have a sentence: teaching moms how to evolve physically and financially with a simple system. So when people come to my page, they know that's exactly what I'm up to. So if I were to change it, I would then press submit, and then it would show up right here. So here's mine. Okay. And then it's very similar over here. Now, just bear with me for a second, because I usually don't edit on here. Oh, here we go. View profile settings. I don't usually do my settings for TikTok from the computer. So anyway, let's just say hypothetically, we are doing this from our phone. Actually, settings. View profile. This is my profile. Oh, that's a different profile that I have. Okay. All right. Anyway, here I am. I just got started on TikTok, by the way. I haven't built on here yet, except for the last few weeks, and I'm absolutely loving it. Anyway, so I'm going to pull up TikTok on my phone and just walk you through this. So, and basically, it's the same thing on your phone as it was for Instagram. So let me stop share. It, like right under my picture, you can't really see it. It says edit profile. So you just click there. It's super simple. and you just can go ahead and click on bio. You can kind of see my rating, edit it, save, go back to your profile. It'll appear right there. And then same thing for Facebook. You just go to Facebook, edit settings, edit profile, and it's in the same area where you were able to pick what your Facebook name was. So if you have any questions about that, just let one of us know, but Google is always your best friend. It's very, very similar across the board because they don't want to leave people confused. Okay, last step, or actually, let's just say pause. Why don't you go ahead and get that done? Come back to the training when you are done with that, and we will finish up with our last step. Okay, welcome back. We are going to finish with our last step today, and the last step is we're going to make sure that all of your profiles, or at least some of them, are connected. Specifically, the ones that will be connected are Instagram and Facebook. What we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to make it so that when you post on Instagram stories, it'll also post on Facebook stories, and therefore you don't have to do any extra work with putting a story on Instagram, then going over to Facebook and remaking the content or whatever, or saving it and uploading it. That we don't have time for that, right? We really want to be focused on income bringing activities for the most part. So we'll also talk about how you can put a little button on your TikTok so that people can click right on to the Instagram profile, and it'll direct them right to your Instagram. So I'm going to work from the list, like I said, because I just want to keep this as simple as possible. So each of the following social medias, you will follow each of these steps. So number one, you want to make sure that your Facebook profile is public. So when it comes to doing that, you will just go to Facebook and you'll go to settings and privacy, and you'll go to, let's see, settings. I think it's under privacy. You can basically edit right here. Who can see your page? Mine is public. So if you edit here under privacy settings, make sure your Facebook is public, and you'll want to make sure your Instagram is a public creator. So settings, privacy and security, and you can go in here, and if you want it to be a private account, you would click that, but we don't want that. So you want to make sure that it's unclicked because we want it to be a public creator. We want people that are not following us currently to be able to start following us without us accepting their request. And then it's the same kind of thing. You go into settings and privacy on TikTok, and you want it to just be set under a personal account. For TikTok, you do not want it to be under a business account. You want it to be a personal account. Okay, write that down so you remember it. If you'd like, you can go and pause and go and do that now so you don't forget. But then moving forward, we're going to go ahead and so TikTok, you go to profile, it's set to personal. So I put that in the form. If you are a step-by-step person that needs like step-by-step instruction, I really recommend printing this out. Okay, moving forward, last but not least, our settings are going to go ahead and link some of these profiles. So let's start with TikTok. So this is my TikTok on the computer, but I did this on my phone. So I really recommend just doing it from your phone. What you're going to do is you're going to pull up your TikTok. You're going to pull up the TikTok profile, click edit profile. At the bottom under social, you're given the option to sign into and connect with your IG account. Do that now. I'm not sure exactly how it's done over here, but I'm sure it's very, very similar. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah. It's just so simple on your phone, whether you have an Android or an iPhone. So let's just do it on our phone. Let's just keep it simple here. So pull up TikTok, and you're going to pull up your profile, edit profile. At the bottom, you'll scroll down, you'll see where it says sign in with Instagram, and then you're just gonna type in your username and password. And then when you're done, when you're done and you pull up your, oh, that's where people can message. When you pull up your phone and you're able to see your Insta or your TikTok profile, there's going to be a little icon right here that looks like the Instagram icon. And when I click on it, it brings me right to my Instagram. How cool, right? So simple. So pause and do that now. Okay, welcome back. Next up, we're gonna do Facebook. So we're gonna go, oh, sorry, we're gonna do Instagram. And we're gonna make sure that Instagram is connected to Facebook, and then we're done. You're almost there. Your profile is almost set for success. So we're gonna go to Instagram, okay? You're gonna go to the menu. So it's the top right-hand corner, the 3 lines. You're gonna go to the bottom, or sorry, you're gonna go to a setting, go to the bottom where it says Account Center. You're gonna click on that. And that's gonna pull up this picture. So it's gonna basically allow you to pick the different accounts and profiles that you wanna connect to. It's gonna be Facebook. You need to make sure your Facebook is logged in. So make sure it is. And then it'll automatically recognize Facebook that's already signed in on the same device. So I see that it's here. So it's connected. Then I'm gonna go back once I accept it. So you click Facebook, you accept the terms or whatever, and then the link. You'll go to down here, it says manage story and post sharing. You're just gonna go where it says Instagram, your Instagram handle, and then right here, you're gonna turn on where it says Instagram story. Always share your Instagram story or post to Facebook. You can change this each time you create a story or post, okay? I would just leave it on all the time. So anytime you upload a story, go to Instagram first, upload that story, and it'll automatically pop up on Facebook. So I'm gonna just use my computer to show you. On Instagram here, let's see, Janelle Petrosino. Here are, oh, it's not gonna let you watch stories on the computer. That's a bummer. Okay, well, oh, there's Miss Thornhill. See, she's showing up and she's in the trenches with us, doing all the things that she teaches us to do. I love that. Okay, well, for whatever reason, it's not gonna let me watch stories from my computer, but if you can see here, I have a story going over here, and this is the exact same stories that I have on Instagram, and it linked for me so that I didn't have to work harder. There's my little boy. He's so silly. Anyway, perfect. So if done correctly, stories will be shared through Instagram automatically on Facebook. You can go ahead and pause and try that now. You're going to be blown away because it's just going to save you so much time. And that completes our training. So just to do a recap, assuming you've already got it done, great job, congratulations. And this is going to make your life so much easier. It's going to be so much easier to generate leads and really connect with the right people. That's what we're here to do. But we went ahead and we set up our profile, clear and concise, our username, it's clear who we are. We got our bio set up with a clear call to action. We might not have our call to action in quite yet, because we have to still go through the training for our link. But once our link's in there, we're already going to know in our mind exactly what our call to action is going to be. We want our Facebook account public, our IG account public, creator, personal TikTok, okay, not business. And then we want our TikTok linked to our Instagram and our Instagram linked to our Facebook so that the stories upload simultaneously. It's awesome that you came here and that you're setting yourself up for success and you're really diving in to make an incredible impact on your community with this project. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on your profile and good luck.